Hi. Am I just waiting? Yeah. All right. Hi, ladies. I was interrupted, so I'm back. Okay. And there's so much to say right now. Okay. And I wanted first to tell you that thank you for coming, for tuning in, because there's a lot of things that I have to say. The truth is that the thing that I do, inner work, is not for everybody. Second, it's not for everybody because it takes guts to address the triggers that you're going through. It takes guts to address, to take responsibility on what you're doing, to take responsibility of what might be happening. It's simply a reaction of your body wanting to be healed. I was brought back here because I have to finish the thought of what I was telling you. Triggers, the work, inner work, isn't for anybody, isn't for everybody because it takes you to become whole. It's for the people that want to build a legacy because it affects six generation forward and six generations back. It changes your entire generational timeline. Inner work, the art of becoming, it's about addressing the triggers, addressing what's going on in your inner world in order to accomplish that thing, that very thing that you want. Money, a partner, everything. Because I am the type of woman that doesn't want just one thing. I'm the type of woman that just doesn't want only money or only the relationship or only the house. I want everything. I want all of it. I don't, to be 100% honest with you and real, because this is about being real and honest when your true desires. People don't address how women hold the power in relationships because if you're not happy, the man can feel through us. Men, when you ask a man, why do you like that woman? They're not able to put it together in words because we hold the untangible, the tangible, untangible, the things that you cannot see. They cannot express how you make them feel because we make them feel. They can feel through us. We hold the power because if we are triggered and if we hold a low vibration emotions, their life is going to be miserable. As if he is dating a goddess, a woman that knows her power, that is happy with what she does. He will feel amazing. The art of becoming is not for every type of woman. Before I was addressing this course, talking to women and for women that want to heal themselves and talking about emotions and taking responsibility of our emotions. But what I didn't notice, and I had this huge realization a couple of days ago, is that this type of work, if you don't take responsibility on what you are feeling, the very least, this type of work is not for you. The art of becoming is for women who are willing to take responsibility on their actions and making something different from them for themselves. It's knowing that it's it's having the perfect balance of feminine and masculine energy. That's rare. Not a lot of people know how to balance these energies. Like now, people romanticize feminine energy. But to be in your feminine energy, you also need to be in your masculine energy. Otherwise, people are going to take advantage of you. What? You didn't know that? Yeah. People are going to take advantage of you if you only desire to be in your feminine energy era or whatever. I was led to this calling of knowing how to manage relationships, knowing how to attract the love of my life. All of the stuff that I teach, I was called to get into it, to read a bunch of books, because I had a heartbreak, a huge heartbreak. And I was like, okay, I don't want this to happen again. What does it have to... The moment that I asked myself, is it me? That moment is when everything shifted. Okay? I see you guys writing in. Please, if you have any questions, I'll address them at the end of the live. I just want to finish, the story that I want to tell you, how I got into this work. And yeah, just ask any questions and I'll address them later, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, okay? And nothing, just stay and be patient, okay? I want to talk about why you're not getting your goals or your desires. And the reason is because low self-worth, maybe you have low self-worth and low confidence. If you have low self-worth and low confidence, you see yourself as a person that you're not capable of doing something, of finishing something, or of getting something done. Or maybe this is not for you. A person who has low self-esteem, low confidence, just like I said, and low self-worth, has at least one area in their life that they're not happy with. That's why the art of becoming bases it off on worthiness, confidence, and security. Once you shift these perspectives, you are going to figure out the reason. You're basing off your present out of your past. Humans, we're wired to do this. We're wired to judge our present based on what has happened before. When we do that, we don't give any room for something else to happen. We don't give any room for results to have better results than what we've gotten so far. A lot of people want to, be their own boss, but they're not willing to put in the work. I have been working on this. on this business to business for the past 5 years, and I'm just starting to see results. But that willing to push through when you don't see results, that knowing that what you're doing it's for the greater good, that you're building a legacy, a foundation that's going to change women's lives, you have to see your vision way past other people's commentary or judgment. You have to believe you have to believe what you are doing in order to see past that. Okay? That is the reason. You want to have different results? Work on yourself. A lot of people don't want to hear this because they're like, I already have figured out everything. Good luck. Good luck having a different result from what you've gotten so far. Okay, Vivek Parmar is asking, where are you from? Hi, Nanjam. Hi, Abdullah. I am originally from Peru, but I live in Wesley Chapel, Florida. Anyway, you want to have different results, start embodying some of the information that you're taking in. Start doing something different. When you start embodying the information that you're taking in, you will actually start doing something like, I don't know, let's put an example. Let's say that you want to, you have a business and you want to have more sales. Okay? You're meditating, you're doing affirmations, but you're not taking aligned action. Or maybe you're afraid to ask people to buy your stuff. That fear is holding you back from getting the thing that you want. You're not being pushy, you're simply talking to the people who said we're interested. That is what embodiment is. Taking aligned action. I wanna tell you something that I've been through, that I thought that I wanted and I didn't at the end. I mean, not that I didn't, I still do. However, I know that everything happens in divine timing. That is my way of being, my way of thinking and believing that everything is happening in divine timing, right? So back when I was 25, I was like, oh my God, I need to get married, I need to have kids, I want a huge house. This was my mentality back when I was 25 years old. Let me tell you, it hasn't changed. However, now I'm not controlling as the way that I was when I was 25. The way that I was when I was 25, I wanted to have control over people, not only over me. And of course, I had to learn the hard way. I'm putting my examples for you, maybe to realize something. Okay, so back when I was 25, I was like, I need to get married and I want to have this huge house and kids, right? I started rotational dating, just like I said before in my previous videos. And I had very good prospects, and I chose the best one for me. However, time, let me tell you, now that I see back, take a look back of what has happened, it's crazy how everything works out in your favor. Why? Because the year I decided to that I wanted that, my grandma passed away. The woman who taught me how to love unconditional, the woman who taught me how to be loving, she also taught me oh my god, I don't know what's happening. Okay. She taught me unconditional love. And she passed away. I I have never I've gone back to Peru but never like to live since I was 10. I decided to go back for a year. And that was the we of course I didn't know this when I decided to to take a step back from what I was doing back in Miami. I was a bottle server at the SLS, which fine, it's great. However, I didn't want to spend more time doing that. I wanted to, just inspire other women for them to notice what they're really worth. Thank you for your kindness, Vivek. Hey, thank you. I'm truly grateful. Um, anyway, I just I took a step back. I moved back to Peru. She passed away a year later. I moved back to the US with my boyfriend. He was one of the prospects that I chose from the rotational dating, and he was the person who saw me as capable. All of the other ones, they were great. Let me tell you, they were great. However, there was something special with him. There was something special with him because he pushed me to be the woman that I am today. And I've studied love, and you cannot explain how twin souls meet. I'm not gonna get into that subject so much. However, what I was trying to say is that your desires today, if they do not happen, they're leading you to the life that you want. Your desires, if they don't happen this year, they're leading you to the life that you want. Let that sink in for a moment. Because everything that you desire today is telling you, Greta, remember, your desire is still going to happen. This is just the road that you have to take. That's the reason why I believe in divine timing, because it has made me so powerful within my voice, within remembering the person that I was when I was single, the big difference between the person that I was when I have a boyfriend, and when I'm single, because you get to decide who you are at all times. You don't get to quit to that Greta who is an entrepreneur. That Greta who has a clothing line, a swimwear line, and makes money from that. You get to decide who you are today. That is your truth. What are you stopping yourself from becoming the woman that you are meant to be? The art of becoming, it has it it has so much to offer. And I wanted to come on here because people, we have so much information today with ChatGPT teaching you what to do, your routines, giving you I don't know, the perfect schedule with Excel or whatever. You can literally ask ChatGPT how to do one thing and he'll tell you how to do it. However, he's not going to teach you. I'm saying he, but mine is a she. She's not going to teach you how to embody it. How do you embody it? Yeah, he'll tell you step by step. I don't know, breathing techniques. Inhale, hold, exhale. That is not the type of embodiment that I teach in the art of becoming. The art of becoming is the truth. It's how to build a bridge between your desire and the physical world. Women have been silenced in so many years, so many times. Oh my God. I'm feeling called to share this. This is super personal. But I had an epiphany a couple of days ago, and it was about my mom and my grandmother, and how us women, before, back in the day, we were supposed to, take care of the kids, do the laundry, make food, and all of this. We carry so much strength, but also so much resentment because of what we've been through. This is the first time in life, in centuries, where we are free to do as we please, and we're making a lot of money from just showing up. This is the first time in history that this is happening for us. And it's the type of truth that your magnetic field can feel. Magnetic field can feel. Does that make sense? It's the type of truth that it's not tangible. We've been carrying so much resentment. You might be the first one in your family who is going to have a healthy relationship. You might be the first in your family where you're successful or maybe financially free. When in life has a woman been financially free? Yeah, it's normal in the United States. However, it's not normal in other countries. We have been seen as being less than. Why? Because we're different from men. Why? Because before, people used to value strength, logical, being rational. People are, I'm gonna say man, didn't understand emotions. However, today we don't have to choose one thing or the other. Just being having balanced energies, balanced feminine and masculine energy is going to bring you up, is going to show you what you're capable of. Anyway, I don't even know or remember if I told you this, but I'm gonna repeat it. I have an event in New York City this May 31st, and I would love for you to join if you are available. Yes. If you have any questions, please, you can ask me now. I'm going to check them right now. And if you're interested in coming in to this event, it's a women's circle for us to release we no longer, what is no longer serving us. Okay, so I would love for you to join if you're in New York. If you're feeling called to join the Art of Becoming, please check the link that I have on the description box. And yeah, if you're feeling called to do the container of the Art of Becoming, I would love to have you, because it's life-changing. It has changed my life as we speak, because today I was speaking about this in the Art of Becoming, and up to today I was teaching you something. However, today started to be the embodiment. Today I actually showed you with my energy what it's actually mean to become that person that I'm talking about, or the person that you want to become. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. Vivek Parmar say, hey, do you watch anime? I don't watch that. I mean, I used to watch cartoon, but it's very different, right? When I was younger. Hola, Tomás. Muchas gracias for tuning in. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, I want to truly thank you for staying. Maybe this resonated. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Oh. Okay, I have to go. But if you have any questions, I would love to answer them. I'll wait a couple minutes. What's your favorite routine, and do you prefer it to do it alone or with a partner? Routine as in like morning routine, or what do you mean routine? Because there's, mm, I mean, I have a gym routine. I usually do it alone. I also have a boyfriend, and I also enjoy doing things with him. We both work from home. He has his own office, so we usually eat together. I'm not very rigid before I was like, oh my god, I have to get this done. And I would have like breakfast, no, sorry, gym, breakfast, shower, work. Now I'm more open because I have this burst of creativity. I always have a time to work every day from Monday to Friday, but there's sometimes that I have to get things done. There's sometimes that I have this amazing idea that I have to get done. And if I have something scheduled that day, like I'll prioritize that. Yeah. I also love, taking. I also love to. Am I, am I lagging? Oh no, it's good. Yeah. Oh my God. If you asked me that last year, I would have said Radical Awakening. I read it back in 2021 when I was just starting this deep inner work. And it really opened my mind on how to view men and like how they thought, because before I didn't think we were any different until I read that book. So it gave me a lot of perspective on how to view men and how they thought, and like how not to compare myself, and how just to be conscious about all of the thoughts that were going on in my mind. Right now, I'm rereading, what is this book? Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, which I love. Um, yeah. How can I propose my crush? Like propose marriage? Or propose what? Like ask them out on a date? Um, oh, you're 17. Okay, but are you are you oh, for a date? Are you a woman or a man? I'm not sure. Because it depends, if you're a man, well, I would like to have a very confident man to just say like, hey, would you want to go out on a date with me? But it depends, like if she goes to school with you, or maybe you guys have a class together. And oh, okay, great. Maybe you can ask her, just be confident about it, that's, I think that's one of the most attractive things in a man, his confidence and his willingness to just ask without, like, it doesn't matter if he gets rejected, like just his confidence and his energy. It's very attractive. That's very attractive in a man. Where can you take her? Maybe out to dinner, get to know her. I think you're very young. I think I would suggest, I mean, I wouldn't give advice. I don't give advice to like underage um, women, girls or boys. I would suggest, if you're under 25, like to focus in school, to focus on really yourself in your hobbies. Like, keep yourself busy, build good friendships, because if you get emotionally involved in this early stages in life, you you don't have the means to come out. I mean, I don't know. I think that it's, I'm not licensed to give advice to underage, but yeah, it would be nice to for you to take her out on a date, you know. But however, to I would suggest to focus on yourself, not on women just yet. At least until you're like 21, at least. Hi Gonzalo, we're not talking Spanish right now, so whatever you say, I don't know. I'm 29. Thank you. Well, I guess now I'm 29. I hope I look young. I don't want to get your hopes down, Vivek. However, I do think that you should focus in your studies and what you like to do, because if you don't have a strong foundation, if you don't build, and if you don't know what you like right now, and you're focusing on girls, it can have a negative effect in future. However, I've met very successful people that are very young. So it really depends on what you do in your free time. Yeah, I agree. I agree that age is just a number. However, maturity levels for women and men varies. I don't want to say that to limit anyone. Things are changing right now because we have all of this information and people are integrating the information they're taking in. So I agree with what you say. I want to thank you for staying this long with me because it's been amazing. I want to address something that just happened a couple of minutes ago and I went offline. I was um I was doing a live with you, well, not with you, but with other people. And this person came on here and started to judge me, and I felt very unsafe, and my nervous system went crazy. My heart started racing, and this is not the case. I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up right now because I want to thank you, and I'm super grateful that you're still here. Okay? I don't engage with any drama. I admire it and I just don't engage with it. Yeah, I agree. I agree with what Thomas is saying. Okay, well, thank you guys for staying and nothing. I'll see you on the next one. Okay? Bye.